Hi, my name is Michaela, and I buy a lot of books. A lot of books. Ever since I got a job, it's just been more and more books, and it's kind of been an issue, and I should stop, but I'm not going to, and instead I'm going to make a video about it. So I write down all of the books I buy and get from other people in this little notebook that I've had since like 8th grade. And I am gonna just go through the last page that I filled out or like maybe the last 2 pages that I filled out and pick out books that particularly interest me, and I have a limit of 10. So we're gonna talk about 10 books that I recently bought that particularly interest me. And I promise you all of these have been in the last 3 months. I know, stop me. Maybe 4 months. I'm not that bad. Flashback to both sides of it's fine. It's fine. I have a problem. So I picked out all my books and I have chosen these. There's a lot of them. I only took 10. So I chose this book to be the one I first talked about because it was the smallest and I stacked them, so it's on top. This is basically a little graphic novel. It's very small. It's physically like very small. And it is the Quick and Easy Guide to Queer and Trans Identities. And I'm not going to say any of the authors' names because I'm eventually going to mess one up really badly. So I'm just going to be fair to everyone and not say any names. But yeah, this is who made it. And they're pretty cool for making this. I really like this book. I saw it at my local library and I was like, hey, I could take that out of the library, or I could buy it myself. This is how all of these books came to be. I literally saw it in the library and I was like, you know, it would be great if this were on my shelf. So, hence this book. And it's very cool. It's like, I opened up to the asexuality page, which is great because there's no representation for asexuality. And it's awesome that they have a whole little section on it. And the little drawings are so adorable and the palette is so cool. And it's so like light and fun and great. And it's just like, you could give this to a little kid and they'd be like perfectly content and they could just learn a bunch of stuff. And that would be awesome. And I think it's meant for like teens, and like I'm totally behind that. Like that's awesome. Educate everyone. But I think this book, like I said, could also be given to like little kids, and who are able to read, obviously, and like 4th graders and stuff, and they could read this and be like, hey, cool, it's a little snail explaining things. Like, who doesn't want a little snail explaining things? So yeah, I have this book and I really am glad that I got this. I'm glad that I got all of these books, so I'm going to stop saying I'm glad that I got it because I will never stop. Next book. So the next book is Save the Cat Writes a Novel. And I feel like everyone who writes things knows what Save the Cat is. And it's a screenwriting book. I also have Save the Cat. I have Save the Cat and Save the Cat Writes a Novel because, like I said, I have a problem. Please stop me. So I bought this one because I wrote my own novel and I wanted to like see what the Save the Cat people had to say about it. I'm really excited to read it. I haven't read it at all yet, but I've heard that it's like very insightful, very good. And I just want to see how my book compares to what their vision of a book should be. And it says the last book on novel writing you'll ever need, and I disagree. I need every book on novel writing. I just wanted to show this one, a little nonfiction book that's not like this one, which is like illustrated and cartoonish. This one's like actually like a nonfiction writing book. It's just a novel, whereas this one is a little cartoonish graphic novel. The next thing I got, because I want to read more scripts, is The Good Omens script book. It's so thick. Look at this boy. What? But seriously, this is like awesome. This is really great. Because I want to read more scripts, and I've heard that this series is really good. I haven't watched it yet because I haven't read the Good Omens book yet, and I have to read the book first, and then I will watch the series. But I got this, and I might actually read this, then the book, then the series, which makes no sense. Please don't question it. I don't even know the answer to that. I'm so happy I got this. I love this thing so much. I'm so excited about this. I have read a couple scripts, but I've never had like my own physical copy or like a book, and I'm excited. I am so excited. I am so excited. The next thing is a novel that is a contemporary, and it is Openly Straight. See what I did there? That's funny. This is just the beginning to what could be a video about my entire queer book collection, which is huge. It's insanely big. I have a picture of all of them on my bed and they don't even fit, and I have like a full-sized bed. It's not a good situation. But I got another one. And I also saw this at my local library, and I was like, because I volunteer there, and I was like, I need this. This is something I need. Because it just sounds so great. I'm sorry, I'm just sighing and looking at the summary. It's very exciting. So this is about a kid who's been out since 8th grade, and he goes to an all-boys boarding school, and I think he keeps his sexuality hidden, and he is openly straight. And I am very excited about this, because what good can come from being a gay guy in an all-boys boarding school and pretending to be straight? Like, no. The best stuff can come from that. Conflict. So I'm really excited for this book. I should read this now, actually. I'm putting this on my bedstand. The next book is this book. And no, I did not get it because of the cover. However, that was part of my decision. I saw the cover and I was like, hey, that looks cool. And then I read the title and I was like, hey, I need that. And that is The Nocturnal Brain: Nightmares, Neuroscience, and the Secret World of Sleep. And this sounds super interesting to me. This sounds so interesting. I'm always interested. I have an entire dream dictionary where it's like words that have to do with things in your dreams and then meanings to what they mean in your dreams. I have a whole dictionary of that. It's literally formatted like a dictionary, and I'm super interested in like nightmares and like dreams and sleep, and like, because I don't sleep, I never sleep, what is sleep? And this just sounds super interesting to me. And like I said, the cover is cool. The next thing I have is this book. I have a lot of tarot card decks, okay? I have a lot of them. We don't need to get into it. I have like 10. It's fine. But I'm a collector at heart, you see. When I collect books, I collect D&D dice, I collect tarot cards, I collect candles. I'm gonna stop listing things now because I'm making myself feel bad. But I bought this book. This book is great. It is my favorite guidebook that I've ever seen to tarot cards. And I'm counting the tarot, like, well, some decks have like specific guidebooks to the theme of the tarot card. Like, I have a deck, well, those are more like oracle cards, but some of them do have like images on them and then tailor the meanings, like the textbook meanings, to the theme, which I think is really interesting. So I guess those guidebooks are really cool. But this is just a really nice like base guidebook. It really tells you like what a card means in a certain position, or overall, or anything. And it's really cool. It's like pretty thick too. It's a pretty big book, and for like a tarot card book, and it's just, I like it. It makes it easier for me to understand the cards since I'm new to tarot cards, and I like this book. I don't know about anyone else's experiences because I haven't really tried any other books except for the guidebooks that come with tarot cards, but I like this one, so there's that. Now we're getting into comics. Bum bum. Here I have Damian Wayne. It's not Damian Wayne. It's not called Damian Wayne. It's called Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin Must Die. But Damian Wayne was on the cover, so I bought it. Life is simple. You see Damian Wayne, you buy. You see Damian Wayne, you buy. Yes, I bought this because it has Damian Wayne on it. And yes, I do like Damian Wayne. So leave me alone. Damian Wayne is great. That's my entire review of this. I haven't even read it. I just saw Damian Wayne and I was like, hey, I need it. Life is simple sometimes. I also bought this because it's gay and it's witches and I needed it. And also look at the art style and the color palette. I was very excited about this. I still am. It's on my nightstand. I love it. Yes. I am very glad I bought this. This one is Moonstruck. And it's great. I haven't read it yet because, like I said, I've been in a book slump. Have I said that? Well, I am. I am in a book slump. And so very few of these books have been read. But I'm making my way through them. I keep buying them, though. I keep acquiring books. And it's an issue. But this is great. And it's gay, and it's witches, and it's a really cool art style, and it's a really cool color palette, and I like it a lot. We also have the occult book because, if you couldn't tell, I kind of like witches. Ooh, this is very nice. Look at this. Also, the cover is really cool, so I saw it and I was like, cool. And then I was like, I looked through it and I was like, it will say, like, the heading is an event that happened, and then there will be the date at which it happened, and that's throughout the entire book. And it goes all the way up to like the 21st century. It's pretty great. I like it a lot. It's illustrated in some places. Well, not illustrated, but like there are pictures. It's pretty great. I like it a lot. Very glad I have it. I'm very glad I have all of these. I keep saying that. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. And last but not least, I have Creating Stylized Characters. Yay, because I'm learning how to draw, and it is hard. It's very hard. I got this book, and this book just has, like, some really good tips, some really good things on color and shapes, stylization. It's really great. I'm very happy I have this. This was the most money out of all of these. I get all my books from thrift books because I buy so many books. I can't get them anywhere else but thrift books, or else I would be broker than I am. All the other books I've shown are like $3 to $11. I shop with my books smartly. I am smart with my books and my purchases, although I buy a lot of them. But yeah, it's really, really cool, and I really, really like it. I'm happy. I like it. It also has some really good character designs to just like look at. The illustrations in it are very cool. Look at all these faces. They're so nice. Also, look at my book plate. It's very nice. If you want to see me do more things with my books, let me know, because I love my books and I would love to talk more about my books. I have like over 200 books in my tiny, tiny little room. I mean, it's not very small. Just like compared to like a whole apartment that some people have, my room is small and not a great place to keep books, but I have over 200 and I'm really striving for more. So if you want me to talk more about the books I buy or get from other people, like let me know in the comments down below. And let me know if you have any of your favorite books or favorite book recommendations to give out, because I want to read more books and I want to buy more books, even though I am in a book slump and should stop buying books because I am broke. But, you know, such is life. So yeah, bye.